Pass me the salt, will you? I asked Emily as we sat around the family dining table. She smiled and handed it to me. Always put too much on your food. Daniel chuckled from across the table. That's why his blood pressure will kill him before he turns 40. I laughed, shaking my head. Don't worry, big brother. I plan to outlive you. You outlive me? He smirked, raising his glass. I'll be dancing at your funeral. My father cleared his throat. Enough of that nonsense. Enjoy dinner. Mom's voice softened the air. Yes, it's rare these days we all sit together without distractions. I looked at Emily and whispered, see? Even my mom knows I need saving from Daniel. Emily giggled. She's not wrong. That moment felt so normal, so ordinary, yet so perfect. I believed we were untouchable. Later that night, Emily rested. Her head on my shoulder. You really think we'll always be this happy? She asked. I don't just think, I said. I know, you and me's forever. Her eyes shimmered in the dim light. I like the sound of that. Then hold on to it, I whispered, kissing her hair. Daniel barged into the living room with a grin, lovebirds still whispering sweet nothings. Emily flushed, pulling away slightly. I laughed it off. I was jealous, Daniel. Hardly. He sank into the chair opposite us. I just wonder if forever ever really means forever. Why? Wouldn't it? I asked. He shrugged. People change. Feelings fade. That's life. Emily's hand tightened around mine. I shot Daniel a glare. Not for us. We're different. We smirked but said nothing more. At work the next day, I couldn't shake his words. When Emily called me, her voice soft and warm, my doubts melted. Don't forget, she said. We're meeting your parents again this weekend. I wouldn't dare forget. They adore you too much. I just hope I live up to their expectations. You already do, I said. They've never seen me this happy. Her laugh was nervous, fragile. Then I'll keep trying. That weekend, Mom pulled me aside while Emily and Daniel set the table. She's good for you, Mom whispered. I know. But don't be blind, she warned. Love can cloud judgment. I frowned. What do you mean? She shook her head. Forget it. Just promise me you'll always look closely. I didn't understand then. I thought she was just being protective. That evening, Daniel poured Emily a glass of wine. You don't drink much, do you? He asked. Emily smiled politely. Really then, at least toast with me. She hesitated before lifting the glass. Their eyes lingered on each other longer than I liked. I forced a laugh. Careful, Daniel. She's mine. Relax, he said, clinking his glass against mine. Family, remember? Still something unsettled me? I pushed it aside. Lying in bed, I asked Emily, why did you look nervous when he handed you the glass? She blinked at me. Nervous. I wasn't. I noticed. You're imagining things, she whispered, kissing my cheek. Her touch eased me, but the question stuck. Days turned into weeks. Ash. Emily started staying late at work. Sorry, she'd say when she came home tired. There's just so much to finish. I believed her. But one night, as I walked past the kitchen, heard her voice on the phone. Yes, I'll meet you tomorrow. Don't worry, he won't know. My chest tightened. I froze in the shadows, waiting for her to finish. When she hung up, I stepped into the room. Who were you talking to? She jumped. No one. Just a friend. A friend you can't mention. Her smile was shaky. You're being paranoid. I wanted to push further, but her eyes begged me to stop. The next morning, Daniel greeted me in the driveway. You look tired, he said. Didn't sleep well? Trouble in paradise? His tone was almost mocking. Nothing I can't handle. Leaned closer. Be careful. Women, they're full of surprises. I clenched my fists. What are you implying? He smirked and walked away. That night at dinner, I tried to lighten the mood. Emily, tell them about the apartment search, I said. She forced a smile. We haven't decided on anything yet, Daniel cut in. If you need advice, I know a few good places. I glared at him. We'll manage. Emily's eyes darted between us. Please, can we not argue? I sighed, biting my tongue. After everyone left, Emily touched my arm. Why are you so tense? I don't know. Maybe because Daniel always inserts himself where he doesn't belong. He's your brother, she whispered. Exactly, my brother. You should respect boundaries. Her silence pressed heavy on my chest. One evening, I caught her texting, the glow of her phone lighting her face. Who is it? I asked. She quickly locked the screen. Just work. Show me. Don't you trust me? Do, I said, though my voice trembled. Then stop questioning me. She turned away. I wanted to believe her. I forced myself to believe her. Later, Daniel joined me outside. You two fighting? He asked. Every couple argues. He smiled faintly. Some fights never end, though. Why do you keep saying things like that? I demanded. Because truth hurts more than lies. I shook my head. You don't know anything. Maybe, he said softly, or maybe I know too much. His words haunted me. Lying in bed, I whispered to myself, stop overthinking. Stop doubting. Emily turned in her sleep, murmuring my name. I kissed her forehead. I trust you, I whispered, though. My heart was restless. I had no idea that trust was already breaking, piece by piece. I pushed the front door open that night, calling out, Emily. I'm home early. Silence answered me. The living room was dark. I frowned. Emily. A faint laugh drifted down the hall. My chest tightened. I followed the sound each step. Heavy at the bedroom door, I heard her voice, soft, trembling. Daniel, we shouldn't. My hand froze on the doorknob. My brother's voice followed, low and confident. He'll never know. Blood roared in my ears. Blah. I shoved the door. Open. Emily gasped, scrambling back. Daniel didn't move. He just looked at me, eyes steady. What is this? My voice cracked. Emily stammered. It's not. Don't lie to me, I shouted. Daniel leaned back against the wall, calm. I saw it. No point pretending. My chest burned. You, my brother. How could you? Emily's tears streamed down her cheeks. Please, let me explain. Explain what? I laughed bitterly. That my fiancée is in bed with my own brother? Daniel's smirk twisted like a knife. You were never enough for her. Lunged forward, grabbing his shirt. Say that again? He met my eyes without flinching. I shoved him back, fists shaking. You think you do? Emily cried, reaching for me. Please don't touch me. I snapped, stepping away. Don't you dare touch me, she sobbed. It was a mistake. I didn't mean a mistake. Spat. Mistakes don't last long enough for me to walk in on them. Daniel's voice was ice. Stop blaming her. If you want to hate someone, hate me. I do, I whispered, rage and grief tearing through me. I hate you both. Emily collapsed to her knees. I love you. I swear I do. My laugh was hollow, love. Don't ever use that word with me again. Daniel crossed his arms. Then leave. If you can't handle the truth, walk away. I stared at him, disbelief choking me. You're proud of this? Tilted his head. I'm not ashamed. My body shook. You ruined everything. No, he said coldly. I took what should have been mine. The words slammed into me harder than any punch. My knees almost buckled. Emily crawled toward me. Please don't leave like this. We can fix it. Fix it. I snapped. What? You destroyed me, Daniel sneered. You were too blind to see. You always thought life was perfect. Guess what? It wasn't. I backed toward the door, hands trembling. Stay away from me, both of you. Emily screamed, Don't go, please. Her voice broke as I stumbled out, the sound of glass shattering under my heel, echoing through the hallway. The world spun. My heart pounded like a war drum. I staggered outside, the cold night air stabbing my lungs. Emily's voice carried faintly. Behind me, wait please. I didn't turn back. I couldn't. I walked for hours, streets blurring into nothing. Her face haunted me. Daniel's smug eyes burned into my skull. I whispered to myself, they're gone. The taste of betrayal was bitter on my tongue. I sat on a bench, gripping my head. How did I not see it? My phone buzzed. Ah! Emily's name flashed. I hurled it into the grass. Later, I returned home only to pack a bag. Emily appeared in the doorway. Face pale. Don't leave like this. I didn't look at her. You already made your choice. She grabbed my arm. I made a mistake. I pulled free. You made a decision. Don't dress it up. Tears poured down her face. I was weak. I was scared. But I never stopped loving you. I zipped my bag with shaking hands. If that's love, I want. Nothing to do with it? She fell silent, broken sobs filling the room. Daniel appeared behind her, arms folded. Are you done? My fury boiled. I'll never forgive you. He smirked. I don't need your forgiveness. I pushed past them, bag slung over my shoulder. Then you'll live with my hatred, Emily cried out, but I didn't stop. As I stepped outside, the night swallowed me whole. Every breath hurt. Every step tore me apart. I whispered into the darkness, it's over. The man I had been hopeful, trusting, loving died that night. All that remained was a hollow shell, filled with rage and grief, and I disappeared, leaving behind the ashes of a life I thought was mine. Need another drink? The bartender asked, leaning over the counter. I shook my head. No, one's enough. He eyed me. You've been here every night this week. I like the noise, I muttered. Keeps me from thinking. He smirked. Whatever you say, pal. I drained the glass and left before he could say more. Walking through the crowded streets of the city, I whispered to myself for years. And still, I can't breathe without feeling their shadows. My phone buzzed. Once, a message from an unknown number. I didn't open it. Never did. At work, a colleague named Ryan nudged me. You never talk much, do you? I'm here to work, not make friends. He laughed awkwardly. All right, man. Just thought you might want to grab lunch sometime. Not interested. His smile faltered. Suit yourself. I watched him leave, guilt tugging faintly at me, but I stayed silent. Nights were the hardest. I'd lie awake, staring at the ceiling of whatever cheap apartment I rented, whispering into the dark, Emily, Daniel, do you sleep well, knowing you destroyed me? The silence mocked me. In another city, another job, another colleague tried. Hey, Maria said softly, you always eat alone. Want some company? No, she blinked. Just trying to be nice. I didn't ask for nice. Her lips pressed together, and she walked away. I sighed once she was gone. Better this way. Rumors found me no matter where I went. A man from my hometown spotted me in a cafe. Haven't seen you in years. Did you hear? Daniel and Emily got married? My stomach dropped. Good for them. They have a daughter now. Beautiful little thing. I forced a smile, glad they're happy. Inside, my chest burned. I clenched my fists under the table until my nails cut skin. When he left, I whispered, a child, they made a family out of betrayal. One night, staring at my reflection in a cracked mirror, I barely recognized myself. Hollow eyes. Stubble too thick, shoulders slumped. Who are you? I asked the mirror. The man staring back had no answer. At a diner, Ryan tried again. Man, you can't keep living like this. You've got ghosts all over you, snapped Mind Your business. He raised his hands. Fine, but one day you'll have to face whatever's eating you alive. His words dug deep. Lying in bed that night, I muttered, face it or let it kill me. Sleep never came. For years, blurred cities, jobs, strangers whose names I forgot. My anger became armor. My loneliness was the only friend I didn't push away. Every time I thought of Emily's eyes, Daniel's smirk, Lily's name whispered in rumors, I felt something twist tighter inside me. Did I waste these years running? I asked the empty room. Or did I survive the only way I knew? How? The walls gave me no answer. In the 4th year, on a gray morning, Ryan stopped me outside the office. You're leaving again, aren't you? I shrugged. Maybe. You ever stop to think that running won't fix anything? It keeps me alive? He frowned. No, it just keeps you empty. I said nothing. Later that day, Maria caught me by the elevator. You always leave before people can know you. That's the point. Her eyes softened. Who hurt you that badly? I stared at the floor. Someone I loved. She whispered. Then stop letting them own your life.
Ow.
The elevator doors closed and I never saw her again. Alone again. I walked the streets, whispering to myself for years, and still, their voices follow me. Emily's cry, Daniel's cold smirk, and somewhere in the middle, a child's laughter I had never heard. That night, I sat by the window of my tiny apartment, the city lights flickering like broken stars. Maybe it's time, I said softly. Time to stop running. But even as I said it, my chest tightened with fear. If I returned, what would I find? A family built on betrayal. A daughter who wasn't mine or worse. One who was. The thought hollowed me further. Still the question remained echoing in the silence. Do I face them? Or do I die in exile? The envelope sat on the table like it was alive. I muttered. Who even writes letters anymore? Still, the handwriting was familiar. My mother's. I tore it open, hands shaking. The words bled into me. Come home. Daniel is struggling. Emily is not well. Lily deserves to know her uncle. I laughed bitterly. Uncle to their child. The bartender, polishing glasses nearby, glanced at me. Something funny? Not even close. He raised an eyebrow. Bad news? Worse than bad. Family. He nodded knowingly. That'll do it. I crumpled the letter. They want me back, he asked softly. Are you going? I whispered, hell no. Back in my apartment, I tossed the letter toward the trash. It had missed, lying there like it refused to be ignored. I stared at it. For years I've been gone. For years of silence. Now suddenly I matter again. The walls stayed quiet. I paced. Daniel struggling. Emily not well. Why should I care? After what they did, my chest tightened. I slammed my fist against the wall. But my mother's words echoed. Lily deserves to know her uncle. I closed my eyes. Why would she deserve me? She's not mine. Still, the thought of her face haunted me. The next day at work, Ryan noticed my distraction. You look like hell, he said. Thanks. Something happened? Letter from home. You. Never talk about home, 'cause it's nothing worth talking about. He studied me. So why does this letter have you chewing your lip raw? Snapped. Because they want me back. He leaned forward. And you don't want to go? I want to burn the damn letter. So why didn't you? I didn't answer. He sighed. Maybe it's because part of you still cares. Or maybe, I muttered, part of me still wants revenge. That night, lying in bed, I whispered into the dark. Do I want revenge? Or do I just want to see Emily's eyes again? To see if she ever loved me? I hated myself for even asking. The following evening, Maria cornered me outside the office. You're restless. What's going on? Nothing. She crossed her arms. Don't lie. I can see it. I sighed. Family wrote me. Want me to come home. And you don't want to? I don't know what I want. Her gaze softened. And figure it out. Because running forever isn't living. I turned away. Living hurts too much. Then maybe it's time to stop hurting and start facing. Her words stung because they were true. At home, I picked up the letter again. My mother's handwriting blurred under my fingers. Emily not well, Daniel struggling, I read aloud. I laughed coldly. Struggling with what? His guilt? Or just the weight of the crown he stole? Then my eyes fell on the last line. Lily. Deserves to know her uncle. I whispered her name. Lily. Something twisted in my chest. Days passed, but the letter never left my mind. Ryan finally asked, So what's stopping you? For years of hate, I said flatly. He smirked.
Hates.
Heavy luggage. It's maybe time to drop it. Or carry it home, I muttered. He shook his head. Whatever you do it before you drown here. The next morning, I stood in the train station with my bag. I muttered, This is stupid. But my feet didn't move away. A conductor shouted, All aboard. I clenched the strap of my bag. Emily's face flashed in my mind. Daniel's smirk. My mother's plea, and a child's laughter I had never heard. I stepped onto the train, the doors shut behind me like fate itself as the train roared forward. I whispered, I'm coming back. Not for forgiveness, not for family, for answers. Words hung heavy in my chest. Revenge, closure, or both. Whatever waited at home, I would finally face it. The house stood exactly as I remembered it, but the air felt wrong. It's broad. I muttered, same walls, same windows, but I don't belong here anymore. The front door opened before I could knock. My mother's voice trembled. You came, I forced. A smile you asked me to? Her eyes filled with tears. For years, and not a word. I didn't have words left, I whispered. My father appeared behind her, stiff voice controlled. Welcome back, son. I nodded. Thanks. They stepped aside. I walked in. Every picture frame on the wall screamed of a family I no longer recognized. Daniel entered the hall like nothing was wrong. Little brother, he said with a grin, you look alive after all. My jaw clenched, unfortunately for you. He laughed, unfazed, still sharp with the tongue. Good. Is that how you justify things? Joking until they don't hurt? Better than sulking for 4 years, he shot back. Before I could answer, Emily walked in. She froze when her eyes met mine. I whispered Emily. She lowered her gaze. You came back. Don't sound so surprised. Her voice cracked. I wasn't sure you ever would. Neither was I. The silence thickened until my mother broke it. Let's sit. We'll have dinner together. We gathered around the table, but every chair felt like a trap. Daniel raised his glass. To family, I scoffed. Do you even know what that word means? My father's voice boomed. Enough, Emily whispered. Please, not tonight. I stared at her. Every night was ruined. The moment a child's voice cut me off. A little girl ran into the room, climbing straight into Daniel's lap. My heart stopped. Her laughter filled the air. I'm hungry. Daniel kissed her forehead. Patience, Lily. The name echoed in my skull. Lily. I stared at her face. Her smile so much like Emily's. But her eyes, there was something hauntingly familiar. My breath caught. She, Emily, whispered sharply, Don't. I forced myself to sit back. Cute kid. Daniel smirked. Of course, she's mine. I swallowed hard, eyes fixed on Lily. Was I seeing myself in her features, or was it just the ghost of what I lost? Dinner began, but food turned to dust in my mouth. My mother tried to lighten the mood. Lily, say hello to your uncle. The girl tilted her head. Uncle. Daniel's jaw tightened. Yes, your uncle. She smiled shyly at me. Hi, I forced a smile. Hi, Lily. Her laugh was like a dagger. The meal dragged on, every clink of silverware sharp as broken glass. Daniel asked casually, So, brother, where have you been hiding? Places you wouldn't understand. Try me. I doubt you want the truth. He smirked. Truth doesn't scare me. Emily's voice was soft. Stop, both of you. I looked at her. Do you even eat in peace these days? Or is every bite guilt? Her fork slipped. My father scolded. Enough. I leaned back, laughing bitterly. You invited me home, remember? This is what you wanted. My mother whispered, We wanted healing. There's no healing here, I said. Coldly, Lily broke the tension, tugging Emily's sleeve. Mommy, can I have more bread? Emily handed it to her, her hands shaking. I studied her. She looks happy. Emily met my eyes for a split second before looking down. She is. Good, I whispered, though my chest burned. Daniel chuckled. See, family dinners aren't so bad. I slammed my fork down. Don't mock me. He leaned forward. Or what? My mother cried. Please. I pushed back my chair, standing. I didn't come for peace.
Ow.
I came for answers. The room went silent. Emily's lips parted, but no words came. Daniel's smirk faded. My parents exchanged a terrified glance, and Lily just kept smiling, unaware that the world around her was already cracking. I noticed it first at breakfast. Good morning, I said softly. Emily kept her eyes on her plate. Morning. Daniel reached for the jam. You're quiet, Em. She forced a smile. Just tired. I leaned forward, or avoiding me. Fork froze, but she didn't answer. My mother frowned. Please, don't start. I pushed back in my chair. I didn't say anything wrong, Daniel muttered. You never need to. Your eyes do all the accusing, I shot back. Because there's something to accuse. The room turned cold. Later that day, I watched Lily play in the garden. She ran toward me, giggling. Uncle, look, showing me a flower. I smiled despite myself. That's beautiful, Lily. She laughed and hugged my leg. Daniel's voice cut across the yard. Lily, come here, she pouted. Hey, but I'm with Uncle now. Hey. His tone was sharp. Her little face fell as she ran to him. I muttered, Why does it bother you if she's near me? Daniel glared. Because you confuse her. She came to me, Daniel. I didn't ask for it. Keep your distance, he snapped. I whispered. Or maybe you're afraid of something. He clenched his jaw and walked away. That night, my mother lingered in the kitchen while I helped her clear the dishes. She sighed, eyes wet. You know, Emily cried every day after you left. I froze. What? Did we thought you'd never forgive her? She didn't deserve forgiveness. She was young, confused. I slammed a plate down, confused. Enough to crawl into my brother's bed? Her voice shook. I only mean her pain was real too. I clenched my fists. Her pain? What about mine? She touched my shoulder. Don't reopen old wounds. I pulled away. The wound never closed. The next day, as I walked down the street, an old neighbor stopped me. Well, look who came back. I forced a smile. Long time, he chuckled. I remember when Emily was pregnant. Shocked us all how fast she and Daniel got married. Stomach dropped. Pregnant before the wedding? Oh yes, he nodded. Didn't take a genius to do the math? I felt the world tilt beneath me. When exactly? He shrugged. Soon after you disappeared. Timing was strange. Thanked him and walked away, heart pounding. Back at the house, I cornered Emily in the hallway. Was Lily conceived before? Or after that night? She paled. Don't. I need the truth. Her hands shook. Please, stop digging. I stepped closer. You think I can stop? When she smiles at me and I see myself, her lips trembled. You're imagining it. I hissed. Because Daniel sees it too, that's why he pulls her away from me. Tears welled in her eyes. Please don't ruin what little peace we have left. I laughed bitterly. Peace. This family hasn't known peace since you betrayed me, she whispered. I'm begging you. Let it go. I leaned close. Voice raw. I can't. Not until I know. Not until I destroy every lie you two built. She shook her head violently. You'll tear everything apart. Good, I said coldly. That's exactly what I came back for. Her tears streamed silently, and she turned away. I watched her trembling shoulders, rage burning deeper than ever. I waited until the house was quiet. Lily's laughter still echoed faintly in my ears as I slipped into her room. She slept peacefully, clutching a stuffed rabbit. My hands shook as I whispered, Forgive me, little one. I reached down, plucking a single strand of hair from her pillow. My heart pounded like a drum. Emily's voice startled me. What are you doing? I spun around, hiding the hair in my fist, checking on her. Her eyes narrowed. At this hour? She's my niece, I said flatly. Am I not allowed to care? She hesitated, then whispered, Please don't hurt her. I forced a smile. Never. But inside, I felt like I'd already committed a crime. The next morning, I mailed the hair sample with trembling hands. The clerk asked, You okay, sir? You look pale? Just send it, I muttered. Waiting became torture. At breakfast, Daniel smirked. You look like a man with secrets. Funny, I shot back. That's exactly what I was thinking about you. He raised his brows. Careful, brother. Curiosity kills. I leaned in. Sometimes curiosity saves. Emily dropped her spoon, voice shaking. Stop. I glanced at her. Why? Afraid of what I might find? She whispered yes. Days crawled. At night, I sat in the garden with my father. He sipped his tea. You've unsettled the whole house. Maybe it needed unsettling. He shook his head. Leave the past buried. The past is still breathing, I said coldly. He sighed. What truth are you searching for? One that was stolen from me. He stared into his cup. Be careful. Truth can destroy more than lies. I was destroyed years ago, I whispered. Another day, Lily ran to me in the yard. Uncle, play with me. I forced a smile. Of course, she climbed onto my lap, laughing. Daniel's voice thundered from the porch. Lily, come here. She pouted. But I'm with Uncle. Now. He barked. She slid off reluctantly. I muttered, why does it matter so much to him? Emily, watching nearby, whispered, because he's afraid. I turned sharply. Afraid of what? She shook her head. Nothing. Forget it. I grabbed her arm. No, tell me. Her eyes glistened. You'll regret knowing. I let her go, rage burning hotter. The envelope finally arrived. My hands trembled as I ripped it open. Inside, the words stabbed me. Probability of paternity. 99.9%. I gasped, nearly dropping the paper. She's mine. My knees buckled. I sank onto the floor, clutching the result. Emily's voice came from the doorway. What is that? I looked up, tears and fury mixing. Pruth, her face went pale. You didn't, I laughed bitterly. I did, and it's true. Lily is mine. She covered her mouth, shaking. Please don't say it aloud. I rose to my feet. Why? Because it destroys the little fantasy you and Daniel built, she whispered. I wanted to protect her. By lying to her? By lying to me? Her tears streamed. I was scared. I slammed the paper against my chest. You let him steal not just you, but my child, she sobbed. I didn't know what else to do. Daniel appeared behind her, arms folded. What's going on? I held up the paper. This, the truth, he sneered. What truth? I shoved it into his chest. She's not yours, Daniel. She never was. Lily is mine. His face drained of color, but he forced a laugh. You're insane, Emily cried. Stop, both of you. But I couldn't stop. The fire inside me was uncontrollable. I stepped closer to Daniel. You took everything from me, Emily. My future. My peace. And now, I know you tried to take my daughter too. His jaw tightened. She's mine in every way that matters, I growled. Not in blood. Not in truth. Emily collapsed between us, sobbing. Please, you'll tear this family apart. I whispered coldly. It was already torn. Now the truth will finish it. That night, alone in my room, I stared at the paper again. My thoughts spiraled. She's mine. But do I deserve her? After everything? I pressed the page against my chest. What kind of father could I even be? Silence answered me. But deep down, something ignited, for the first time in 4 years. I didn't just feel hate, I felt purpose. I cornered Emily in the living room, the DNA test clutched in my hand. You lied to me, I hissed. Her face drained. You did the test? Yes. I shoved the paper at her. It's undeniable. Lily is mine. She covered her mouth, shaking. I begged you not to dig, and now I know why. Because the truth burns, doesn't it? Tears welled in her eyes. Please, not so loud. Lily, she deserves to know who her father is. Emily collapsed into a chair, sobbing. I never wanted this. I never wanted any of it. I leaned forward. Then tell me everything. No more lies, she whispered. You won't forgive me. I'm not here to forgive. I'm here for the truth. Her hands twisted together. That night, the night you found us. It wasn't what you thought. I laughed bitterly. I walked in on you in his arms. What else could it have been? Her voice broke. Daniel pressured me. My stomach turned. What? We had argued, you and I. I was fragile. He came to me, said you didn't deserve me. He made me feel guilty, like I'd chosen wrong. I tried to resist, but she choked on her words. I slammed my fist against the table. He manipulated you. She nodded, tears falling fast. I was weak. I hated myself after. But when I realized I was pregnant, I cut her off. You should have come to me. Her sob was sharp. I wanted to, but Daniel said it would destroy you. He said he'd protect me from scandal, that marrying him was the only way to keep Lily safe. My chest ached. Safe? By building her life on a lie? She buried her face in her hands. I didn't know what else to do. I paced the room, rage boiling. All these years, you let me believe you chose him over me. You let me drown in hate. Her voice trembled. I thought you'd never forgive me, and he wouldn't let me go. I stopped cold. Wouldn't let you? She whispered, he needed to win. He said he'd rather see me miserable with him than happy with you. The words cut through me like knives. You mean, I said slowly, my brother stole not just my fiancée, but my child out of pride. Emily nodded weakly. He always envied you. He said so when no one else could hear. He wanted what was yours. I sank into the chair across from her, clutching my head. For years I hated you, Emily. I thought you betrayed me out of choice. Her eyes met mine, broken. I never stopped loving you. Not for a single day. Silence stretched between us. Heavy and suffocating. Finally I whispered, do you know what it does to me to hear that now? Her tears slid down her face. I'm sorry. I thought I was protecting you. Protecting Lily. Protecting me. I laughed bitterly. Do you know what I became? Ghost. I died the night I walked out of this house. I died too, she whispered. But I stayed breathing because of her. We both fell quiet. I finally asked, when Lily calls him daddy, how do you stand it? She flinched, because it's safer for her to believe. If Daniel lost control, my blood froze. Does he hurt you? She shook her head quickly. Not in that way. But his anger, it's always there. He resents Lily sometimes, because she reminds him of you. I clenched my fists. Then he knows. Somewhere inside he knows, Emily whispered. Yes. That's why he hates seeing her near you. He can't bear the resemblance. I leaned closer. Then tell me, Emily, what do you want? Do you want me to fight for her? Or do you want me to walk away again? Her lips trembled. I don't know. I'm terrified of losing her, but I'm just as terrified of Daniel's rage. I stared at her, my fury shifting, hardening. This isn't about you anymore. This is about Lily. She's my daughter, and he'll never own her again. Emily's sob escaped, raw and desperate. Please, don't destroy everything, I whispered. I'm not destroying anything. He already did. I'm just taking back what was mine all along. Her eyes searched mine. And me? What am I to you now? I swallowed hard. Memories of our love clawed at my chest. I want to hate you, I admitted. I've tried for years, but when I look at you, I still see the woman I loved. The woman who should have been my wife. Her tears spilled faster. Then why does it feel like I lost you forever? Because you did, I whispered. Even if I still feel something, too much has been broken. Her sob filled the room. I stood, gripping the DNA result in my fist. You gave Daniel my life, but you can't stop me from taking it back. Her voice cracked behind me. He'll never forgive you if you do. I turned at the door, rage steady in my chest. I'm not asking for his forgiveness. I want his ruin. I found Daniel in the study, pouring himself a drink. Coward, I muttered. He looked up, smirking. There's my little brother. What's eating you now? I threw the DNA paper onto the desk. She's mine. Lily's mine. He barely glanced at it. So you finally proved it. Congratulations. My chest burned. That's all you have to say? He sipped his whiskey calmly. Blood doesn't matter. She calls me daddy, not you. I lunged forward, slamming my fist on the desk. You stole her from me? He leaned in close, eyes sharp. I took what you couldn't protect. You manipulated Emily. You broke her. He laughed coldly. She came willingly. My fist flew before I could stop it. It cracked against his jaw. He staggered back, wiping blood from his lip. Finally showing some fight. Took you long enough, you ruined my life. I shouted. He sneered. You always acted like the golden boy. Parents adored you. Emily loved you. Everyone looked at me like the shadow behind you. I was sick of it. I froze. So you destroyed me out of jealousy? He grinned, twisted. Call it balance. I took what I deserved. You deserved nothing. I roared. Footsteps pounded. My parents rushed in. What's happening? My mother cried. Daniel smirked. Just a family reunion. I turned on him, seething. Tell them the truth. Tell them Lily is mine. My father's face blanched. What? Daniel scoffed. He's delusional. I thrust the paper into my father's hands. Read it. DNA doesn't lie. Silence fell. My mother gasped. Oh God! My father's voice shook. Daniel, is this true? Daniel's eyes burned. She's mine in every way that matters. I shouted, stop lying. Emily appeared in the doorway, trembling. It's true. Lily is his. The room exploded. My mother sobbed. How could you? My father's fists shook. Both of you. My sons, what have you done? Daniel snapped. Don't look at me like that. I was always second best. I wanted what was his, because he had everything. I spat, so you destroyed your own family to feed your ego. He snarled. At least I wasn't pathetic. You ran away for 4 years, licking your wounds. I stayed. I raised her. You raised her on lies, I growled. She's mine. He roared. No. I shoved him hard. She'll never be yours. I'll take her back if it tears this family apart. My father stepped between us. Enough. You'll kill each other. Daniel shoved him aside. Stay out of it, old man. This is between us. I lunged, tackling him to the floor. We wrestled, fists flying, shouts shaking the walls. Emily screamed, Stop it, please. Daniel's fist slammed into my ribs. Weak, just like always. I spat blood, snarling, not weak. Just done. I hit him again, years of rage in every blow. Finally, my father pulled me back. Stop, son. Stop before you both regret this. I shook him off, chest heaving. I regret nothing. He'll regret stealing my life. Daniel stumbled to his feet, wiping blood from his face. You'll never take her. Not Emily, not Lily. They're mine. I glared at him, voice steady with fury. You can keep Emily's ghost if she still wants you. But Lily, she's my blood. I swear on everything I'll take back my daughter. Even if it destroys every piece of this family. Emily sobbed. My mother collapsed into my father's arms. Daniel smirked through his blood. Then war it is, I whispered. So be it. The house was silent the morning after. But it wasn't peace, it was wreckage. At breakfast, my mother's hands trembled as she poured tea. I can't believe what you've done to this family, Daniel muttered. He's the one who stirred it all up. I snapped. I only revealed the truth. My father slammed his hand on the table. Truth or vengeance? I stared at him. Both, Emily whispered, eyes red. Please stop fighting. Lily's in the next room. My chest tightened. She deserves to know who I am, Daniel barked. She knows who I am. Her father? I glared. You mean her jailer? He shot to his feet, fists clenched. Say that again? I'll say it every damn day until you choke on it. The kitchen door creaked. Lily peeked in, clutching her stuffed rabbit. Why is everyone shouting? My heart sank. No reason, sweetheart. Go play, she tilted her head. Uncle, are you mad? I forced a smile. Not at you. Daniel's voice was sharp. Lily, come here. She hesitated, then ran to him. I muttered, "Even she feels the tension. Can't you see you're hurting her?" Daniel snapped. "Stop pretending you care more than me." "I don't pretend," I said softly. "That's the difference." Later, my mother cornered me in the hallway. "Why are you doing this?" she asked, a voice trembling. "Because she's mine. She's a child. She doesn't understand bloodlines. She only knows love. And she knows him as father," I whispered. "He doesn't love her. He resents her." Her eyes widened. "You think that?" "I see it. Every time she looks at me, he bristles. To him, she's not a daughter. She's proof of his victory over me." My mother shook her head. "Don't tear us apart any further." I clenched my fists. The tearing started years ago. That evening, I found Emily in the garden, sitting alone. "You begged me not to fight," I said. "Why?" She looked up, eyes swollen. "Because Lily will suffer most." I sat beside her. "Daniel doesn't see her as his." "Not really." Her lips trembled. "I know. Then why keep protecting him?" "Because Lily needs stability." I leaned closer. "Stability built on lies isn't stability. It's a cage," she whispered. "What if she hates us when she learns the truth?" I swallowed hard. "She might. But at least she knows she wasn't a trophy in your husband's war against me." Emily broke down, covering her face. "I can't undo the past." "No," I said quietly. "But I can change the future." Dinner was unbearable. My father spoke coldly. "What happens now? You plan to take Lily by force?" I met his eyes. "If I have to," my mother cried, "please don't. Don't drag her through courts and battles." Daniel smirked. "He won't. He's all talk," I snapped. "I'll prove you wrong." Emily whispered, "Please, listen to me. Don't make Lily suffer because of Daniel's sins." I stared at her. "And what about mine?" "I've already suffered enough for all of you." Lily's small voice cut through. "Mommy, why are you crying?" Emily wiped her face quickly. "Nothing, darling." "Eat your food." I felt my heart twist. She didn't deserve this storm. None of it was her fault. Later, I stood by the window, staring out at the night. Daniel's voice came from behind me. "You'll never win." I didn't turn. "I already did. The blood proves it." He laughed bitterly. "Blood doesn't tuck her in. Blood doesn't hear her call Daddy. That's me." I faced him. "You don't see her as a daughter. You see her as a trophy. That's why you're already losing." His jaw tightened. "Say what you want." "She's mine," I whispered. "No, Daniel. She's mine, and I'll prove it to her one day." My father confronted me again before bed. "You'll rip this house apart," he warned. "It's already split," I said. "Then what's your plan?" I took a deep breath. "I don't know yet. Legal, personal, whatever it takes. But I won't leave her behind." He shook his head. "Your obsession will consume you." I looked him in the eyes. "It's not obsession. It's justice." That night I lay awake, Emily's words haunting me. "Don't make Lily suffer," I whispered into the darkness. "I won't hurt her, but I won't let him own her either." The decision solidified inside me. I would take Lily back, not as a weapon, not as revenge alone, but as my daughter. Daniel thought she proved his victory, but to me, she was the proof he could never erase, and that realization gave me strength I hadn't felt in years. I overheard it first in town. A shopkeeper whispered to another, "Did you hear about Daniel? His brother's child, not really his." The other man snorted. "Explains the temper. He's been snapping at everyone." I stepped closer. "Keep talking." They froze. One muttered, "Sorry, didn't mean offense." "Don't apologize," I said coldly. "The truth should be spoken." Back home, Daniel stormed into the kitchen. "You've poisoned this town against me." I leaned on the counter. I didn't say a word. The truth spreads on its own. His fist shook. "Business partners are pulling out. They don't trust me anymore." I smirked. "Maybe betrayal isn't good for contracts." He lunged forward, but Emily stepped between us. Stop. Lily's upstairs. Daniel spat. You're enjoying this, aren't you? I whispered, more than you know. A week later, I heard him yelling on the phone. What do you mean you're cutting ties? I built this company. A pause. His voice broke. No, don't do this, please. He slammed the phone down and saw me watching. Another client gone? I asked softly. His glare could have burned through me. You think this makes you strong? Watching me fall? I said nothing. My silence enraged him more. Emily came to me that night, eyes red. I can't do it anymore, she whispered. Can't do what? Live with him. Every day it's anger, drinking, shouting. Lily hides when he's in the room. I clenched my jaw. Then leave. Her voice cracked. I'm scared. You were scared before. Look where it got us, she sobbed. Will you help me? I took a deep breath. If it means protecting Lily, yes. The next morning, Daniel stumbled into the dining room, reeking of whiskey. Lily looked at him nervously. Daddy. He waved her off. Not now. She turned to me. Uncle, can we play? Daniel slammed his fist on the table. No, he's not your father. I rose slowly. She came to me. You pushed her away. Emily's voice was steady for once. Daniel, this has to stop, he sneered. So you're leaving me now too? Her silence was the answer. Later, my mother wept in the parlor. I raised 2 sons. How did it come to this? I sat beside her. Because envy eats everything. She shook her head. Daniel's destroying himself, I whispered. Good. Maybe that's the justice we never got. She stared at me with pain in her eyes. But what about you? Does his downfall heal you? I hesitated. It feels hollow. The neighbors stopped greeting Daniel. Friends avoided him in public. His once proud shoulders slumped lower each day. I watched him pour another drink. Drowning your pride, brother? He laughed bitterly. Funny, you think you've won? I don't need to win, I said. Your own choices did this. He slammed the bottle down. She was mine. All of it was mine. No, I whispered. It never was. Days later, Emily packed her bags. Daniel shouted, You can't leave. She said quietly, I already left years ago. I just didn't admit it. He grabbed her arm. You belong to me. I stepped forward. Let her go. He glared at me, then at Lily clinging to Emily's dress. Slowly, he released his grip. Emily turned to me. Please, take care of her, I nodded. Always. That night, Daniel sat alone at the dining table, bottle in hand. You think you're the hero now? He slurred. I shook my head. No, just a father reclaiming his child, he sneered. You'll never erase me from her heart, I whispered. Maybe not. But you already erased yourself. In the days that followed, I spent more time with Lily. She tugged my sleeve. Uncle, can you read me a story? I smiled. Of course, as I read, she curled into my side. Emily watched from the doorway, whispering, She feels safe with you. I kissed Lily's hair softly. She should have always felt safe with me, but at night, as I lay awake, the hollow feeling gnawed at me. I whispered into the dark. I destroyed him. But I'm still broken. Daniel's ruin didn't fix me. It didn't bring back the years I lost. Yet when Lily's small hand wrapped around mine the next morning, a fragile warmth sparked inside me. Maybe vengeance wasn't healing, but fatherhood could be. It had been weeks since I last saw Daniel. My father sighed at breakfast. Your brother's gone. No word, no visits. Just gone, my mother whispered. He was my son. Now he's a ghost. I stared at my tea. Ghosts haunt only those who let them. She looked at me with red eyes. Don't speak like that. He's still your brother, I muttered. Not anymore. Later, Emily sat with me in the garden. Do you know where he went? She asked. I shook my head. Bars? Motels? Anywhere he can drown. Her voice softened. I left him. I thought I'd feel free, but I'd just feel empty. You did the right thing, I said quietly. Her eyes glistened. And us? Do we have anything left? I hesitated. We have memories. But memories don't rebuild futures. She looked down. I know, we both fell silent, the weight of what we'd lost pressing between us. That evening, Lily tugged at my sleeve. Uncle read me a story. I smiled. Which one? The one with the dragon. I sat with her on the couch, opening the book. As I read, she leaned against me, her laughter like fragile bells. Emily watched from the doorway, whispering, "She feels safe with you." I glanced at her. She should have always felt safe with me. Emily's lips trembled, but she said nothing. A neighbor stopped me in town. Heard Daniel's in bad shape, drinking himself to death. I nodded. That sounds about right. The man frowned. Your brothers. Don't you care? I whispered I cared once. He killed that part of me. At dinner, my father spoke firmly. We must move on. We can't keep bleeding for Daniel's sins. My mother whispered, but family is family. I set my fork down. Family is trust. He burned it. Emily sighed. We can't live in the past forever. I looked at her, bitter and tender all at once. I've lived nowhere else for years. She touched my arm gently. Then maybe it's time you live for her. She nodded toward Lily. That night, I sat by Lily's bed. She blinked up at me sleepily. Uncle, why are you sad? I forced a smile. I'm not sad when I'm with you. She yawned. Then stay. I'll stay, I whispered. Stroking her hair, her little hand gripped mine, until she drifted into dreams. Days turned into weeks. Daniel's name became a shadow, spoken less and less. Emily sat with me one evening. I never stopped loving you. I looked at her, and yet we can't go back. Her tears glistened. Too much blood. Too many scars. I nodded slowly. We're bound by Lily now, not by us, she whispered. Maybe that's enough. One afternoon, Lily ran into the room laughing. Uncle, look. I drew a picture. I took the paper. A stick figure family, her, Emily, and me. I swallowed hard. It's beautiful. Do you like it? She asked eagerly. I love it, I whispered, hugging her close. Emily's eyes met mine. She didn't speak, but the message was clear. Lily was the bridge between us, the fragile thread of something new. Later, alone, I sat by the fire, speaking into the silence. I didn't win. I didn't lose. I survived. The flames crackled. Betrayal destroyed me. But it also gave me strength. Daniel's envy tore this family apart. But it couldn't kill the part of me that still loves, still hopes. I closed my eyes. Lily's laughter echoing in my memory. In the ashes of everything I lost, I'll begin again.